Good evening, fans. I'm Carter Gladhill, joined by Peter Borkowski, live from Geisman Gymnasium, where we have a conference basketball matchup here on Tuesday night between the visiting Aurora University Spartans and your Concordia University Chicago Cougars. Peter, over the weekend, the Cougars dropped a tough conference loss against Marian University, where they won by 20 points in their first game of the season, but ended up losing 67-62. It came down to the final stretch. The Cougars couldn't come back, and really it was kind of their game to lose, and they ended up doing so.
Right, it was a very tough loss for the Cougars, a big conference matchup that they had won previous in the season, as you said. A big struggle for them was shooting that night. They went 35% from the field, 6 for 26 from 3. Those percentages have got to go up if they want to make an impact tonight.
Cougars are, when they shoot below 35% from the field, they are 0-5 on the season, and they look to change that against one of the lower-ranked teams in the conference in regards to defense, but the highest in points per game, Aurora University, #1 offense in the NAC conference. One more quick note about that game against Marian. Despite the shooting struggles, Allison McGregor showed out, and she was a big reason why the Cougars were in that game down the later stretch after Ava Gardner departed at the later part of the first half. She had a career high in points and tied a season high and career high in rebounds.
17 points, 15 rebounds. McGregor was all over the court. That was her third double-double of the season. The freshman's making a big impact for the Cougars this year.
Well, as you can see on the court, both teams are getting in their huddle, ready to go to their bench. The last meeting between these two teams, Aurora won by a score of 81-76 at the end of last season. The Cougars are 15-12 all-time against the Spartans, with an 8-5 home record and a 5-5 record in the last 10 matchups. It is a big conference game for both teams. The Cougars are 5-2 and sitting in the 4th seed in the conference, and Aurora is a little bit further down at the 7th seed with a 3-3 conference record, 5-7 overall. We're going to turn it over to Jim Egan, the public address announcer for the national anthem and starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America, the men and women of our military, and our first responders with the playing of our national anthem. starting lineups. First for the visiting Spartan.
another NAC Conference basketball game between the visiting Aurora University Spartans and your Concordia University Chicago Cougars as we get set for the Cougars rebound game after they dropped one on Saturday against Marian University by a score of 67-62. They look to take one away from the 5-7 Aurora University Spartans. I'm Carter Gledhill, joined by Peter Borkowski. And Peter, it was an uncharacteristic game for the Cougars against a team that they won by 20 in their first matchup, but then dropped by 5 on Saturday. The shooting wasn't great. They lost Ava Gardner in the later part of the first half, and they really have to find their new groove without her down the stretch.
It's going to be a big rebound game for the Cougars tonight if they're able to pull out the win, get another conference win, improve their standings. They're currently 4th in the NAC at 5-2.
Allison McGregor as well as Savannah Johnson are in the middle. And away we go inside of Geisman. Starters for the Cougars, Jaylene Wade, Michaela Ellis, Bailey Steinkamp, Lauren Sala, and Allison McGregor. As McGregor has been a big part of this Cougars team, starting every game of the season. As Michaela Ellis enters it inside for Lauren Sala, turnaround jumper from the River Forest native is no good. And as we talked about her earlier on, Allison McGregor, big part is rebounding, and she does a really good job on the offensive boards.
I really like what the Cougars got out there right now with both McGregor and Sala. They got a big size advantage right now. If those two can play some good post ball, it's going to be a good night for the Cougars. Johnson
not able to turn around and sink it. And Jaylene Wade bringing it up. She had a slow night against Marian with only 5 points, which is a season low, but set a new season high in rebounding with 7. And she is the point guard that gets everything started for the Cougars, as well as second in the NAC in assists per game with 4. He gives it up to Steinkamp with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Pump fakes, Wade drives baseline, pulls up, leaves it short. Ball is still on the ground. Rebound is picked up by Victoria Perry. The Spartans go the other way. This is the #1 scoring offense in the NAC with 78.8 points per game. And this is a Cougars team that has some very impressive defensive stats, as well as the best three-point defense in the conference, only allowing opponents to shoot 20% from behind the arc, as we have a foul called on Crystal Rios.
So that defense-offense matchup is going to be really fun to watch all night. Cougars one of the better defenses in the NAC versus the best offense, so see how it shakes out.
Cougars are 8-5 at home against the Spartans all time. Wade with a step back. It's a 2 though.
Foot was on the line.
But still an impressive move from the junior guard.
I know we talked about Wade might not have had one of her better games against Marian, but she's always contributing in so many facets of the game. It's hard to keep her down.
Good help side defense on the bottom from Lauren Sala, keeping her hands up and forcing a wild shot from Perry. And this is one thing that the Cougars do really well, is ride the energy. They outscore their opponents in the first quarter, 181 points to 159. And if they can get things going early, they can ride it into the later part of the half. And that is a big part of the success if the Cougars can win a game.
Most definitely. You kind of got to hope to contain Aurora, and having energy can really help with that. Get those 50-50 balls to go your way. That's one way to slow down such a hot offense.
Wade gets it at the top of the key. Nice sidestep. Oh, almost pulled off a beautiful three-point shot. Ellis is looking for some help one-on-one with 2 seconds. Pulls up from deep. Rims in and out. Going the other way now for the Spartans is Sam Barrett. 5'1" sophomore from Orland Park. Loses it as Wade picks it up. And I'll tell you what, right now, Geisman is rocking on a Tuesday night. I know the men's football team is here, and they are being a big energy maker here in the crowd.
Energy is just kind of the key word for this Cougars team, especially on defense. A lot of hands flying everywhere, quick feet that cause those turnovers.
Another rebound by Michaela Ellis. The Cougars will slow it down. Lauren Martin in her 4th season at the helm of the program, 26-47 all time with the program. As she has definitely turned it around, as they have a 5-2 conference record, sitting at 4th in the NAC right now, in a playoff spot if the season was to end today. Barrett the other way. Dujutrek inside and one. Fighting through the contact by Steinkamp. She'll head to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play.
Really liked how Barrett set up that play. She's obviously got some speed behind her. I think she kind of threw the Cougars defense off balance. They didn't know which direction it was going to go to, and then handed off to Dutrek, who finished it off with the layup.
The Dutrek shooting 82% from the free throw line. Able to get a shooter's touch off the front of the rim and backboard, makes it a 1-point game.
Cougars are going to need to be extra careful to stay out of the personal fouls tonight. Aurora second in the NAC in free throw percentage at 72. Those are not easy points you just want to give up to the best offense in the conference.
Ellis, and since she became a Cougar last year, rebound pulled down by McGregor. Ellis will pull it up a little bit, slow it down, then change speeds, goes hard to the left block, turnaround shot, no good. McGregor almost with another board. Steinkamp now trying to fight for it as a jump ball is called. She collided with Crystal Rios on the ground. As we have substitutions for both teams, Lauren Sala checks out of the game, Sydney Lloyd in. And now a big name for the Spartans that just checked in, Julie Galaner, the senior guard from Genoa, Illinois, has been a huge boost of offense for this team, averaging 13.6 points a game and playing in 25 minutes.
Top 10 in 4 offensive categories in the NAC, so she could provide a big spark off the bench if the Cougars don't lock her down on defense.
Another foul by the Cougars and another chance at a potential three-point play, but just not falling for the Spartans. The Dutrek goes back to the line. Other subs for the Spartans, Gabby Moore as well as Jayla Mays. I'm going to tell you already, this is the loudest the crowd has been at any game this season inside of Geisman. As the Dutrek goes 1 for 2 from the line. Score still even at 6. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Princess Gates. Jaylene Wade sizing up the defender. She's been really good at ball handling so far earlier on in the game. Steinkamp crossover 3, high in the air. Nothing but net. And Bailey Steinkamp's one of those players that has contributed a lot in her first 2 years with the Cougars. Hasn't played as much this season due to injuries, but she can be a huge difference maker when she has the ball in her hand. 2-on-1 opportunity. Lloyd takes it all the way. Hard off the backboard, no good. Kicks it all the way out to Wade. A long shot, 3. Bang! Jaylene Wade pumped the 3, and a timeout called by the Spartans. 30-second timeout called by Ryan Rebsum. 4:17 remaining in the first quarter. The Cougars are going on a hot streak, up 12-6.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Spartans will get the ball after the timeout called by Ryan Rebsum after the Cougars have gone on a 6-0 run in the last minute. Peter, this is the kind of burst of energy that the Cougars really need to capitalize.
They're playing with a lot of energy right now. I think they're really feeding off the crowd here in Geisman. They're moving that ball around real quick, especially around the perimeter. They're getting some open looks from 3, and they're hitting them right now.
As we mentioned, the Cougars play with a lot of energy, and Coach Martin will describe it. When the team plays at its best, it's when they contribute as one, giving it up to other people as they assist a lot on baskets as well. But everybody's crashing the boards, creating opportunities for everybody else to succeed. Missed layup attempt by Rios. Rebound is fought for on the ground by Lloyd and Rios. Possession will go to the Cougars.
Cougars are playing some really nice in-your-face defense right now. They're not allowing really any room to the Spartans' offense, and making life really hard for them to get some points on the board right now.
Wade brings it up. She is guarded by Jayla Mays. Gates has it, gives it to Wade. McGregor inside, double team, but a travel is called. We've already seen it, but the Spartans have really made it an emphasis in their defensive scheme to not let McGregor get any easy turnaround shots or has a double team on her inside in the paint.
So another key to that was the Cougars starting a 6'1" Selah. 6-foot Selah. They're doing some really good post defense, but Cougars are making up for it on the perimeter.
Tough shot by Rios, had to work through some traffic. 12-8, 3:14 remaining in the first quarter.
Cougars are 2 for 3 from beyond the arc right now. See if they can keep exploiting that.
Lloyd a three. Hits high off the backboard. Galaner bringing it up. Nice crossover inside, trying to reverse layup with the right hand. She gets fouled ahead of the charity stripe. Princess Gates picks up her first foul. Michaela Ellis returns to the game for the Cougars. Victoria Perry as well for the Spartans. Maddie McGrath checks in for the first time for CUC. She missed the first 8 games of the season and then set a season and career high of 23 points in her return versus Beloit back on the 28th of December. As the first free throw is missed by Galaner. Shooting 80% from the free throw line on the season. Dealing with some crowd noise, able to sink the second one. Cougars with 3 fouls. Spartans with 1. Steinkamp one-on-one with Perry. Now she's picked up by Moore. Offensive foul called. Maddie McGrath using an illegal screen. So a chance here for the Spartans to tie it up with a long ball.
I like the idea of the screens from the Cougars. Get open on that perimeter. They're hitting those open threes when they have them, but of course you got to do them legally.
Mays. Nothing but air on that turnaround shot. And this is a big game for the Cougars, as we mentioned. Coming off a tough loss against Marion, they really need to come back in the swing of things. Prior to that, they won 2 conference games against IIT and Dominican. And they've played very well in conference games so far. As we mentioned, 5-2 record. Wade rattles in and out. Rebound by Galaner.
So another thing is the Spartans are only 2 wins behind the Cougars right now. They have 1 more loss, but a win tonight will put them right on the Cougars' back in the standings.
Mays shuffled their feet. Travel called. Both teams with 3 turnovers apiece. As we reach under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. It's been exciting, and the Cougars rode a 6-0 run around the 4-minute mark. Ellis will add to the Cougar lead, make it 5. As that's kind of a game for her inside as a quick turnaround using her big body, 5'9". She's got a lot of muscle too. And really, and you don't expect that from a girl her size as much, but she can really use it well as Galaner hits a 3 and stares down the CUC student section as well.
Now again, going back to Ellis, she's just one of those players who can do a little bit of everything. And yeah, her frame and physicality really helps her game.
McGrath leaves it just short on the backboard. Perry catches the ball in transition. She misses an easy layup. Moore kicks it out to Galaner, another 3. She hits it. And Julie Galaner has put the Spartans ahead with back-to-back 3-pointers. And talk about a baller. Timeout called by the Cougars. 30-second timeout. 1:04 remaining in the opening quarter. Julie Galaner is catching fire, and the Spartans have a 1-point lead over the Cougars.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Welcome back. Carter Gledhill, Peter Borkowski with you. And it's already an exciting game here in Geisman Gymnasium. Julie Galaner, Peter, silenced the Cougar football team and the student section with those two big three-pointers. And she is really the focal point of this offense and just put it on display. That if she catches fire early, it's going to take a lot to put her out.
No, and Galaner, she wasn't one of the starters, but sometimes being able to be that high scorer off the bench is just as valuable, and she's doing that, though, so far.
Spartans dialed up the pressure coming out of the timeout with a trap. They're able to get a jump ball and the possession with 51.3 seconds remaining.
So you can tell after they fell down by a little bit, Cougars got their momentum going. The Spartans really came out, started turning things around. They started playing some really tough defense, too. Cougars having trouble putting the ball through the basket recently.
Galaner at the top, guarded by Ellis, drives inside, kicks it out to Mays. She sidesteps her way in, rattles out. 2 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. McGrath to Ellis at the top of the key, guarded by Galaner. Ellis looks like she's going to try to go one-on-one. She does inside, 2 steps inside, high off the backboard. And she'll head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And that's what Ellis does really well, too, besides her post game. She is very quick with her dribbles, and especially as her moves at top, that she's able to get a good defender, maybe like Galaner, off her foot just a little bit, needs that little space, and she could take it inside.
We mentioned earlier the Cougars, they like to work as a unit a lot, focus on being one team rather than a bunch of individual players, but there is one player you want playing iso ball for the Cougars. It is Ellis.
Lauren Sala back in for the Cougars. Allison McGregor will grab a Gatorade cup and get ready for what I assume to be an early entrance in the second quarter. Ellis hits both free throws. Sarah Ludwig, fifth-year senior, checks in for Bailey Steinkamp. Coach Martin putting one of the better defenders on her team in for the last 11 seconds of the quarter.
Between her and Sala, she wants to make sure the Cougars take the lead into the second quarter.
Perry going left side on Wade, throws one up, and an offensive foul called. Maddie McGrath stood firm at the block, and the Cougars have a chance for a last second shot with 4.5 seconds.
So this would be huge to go in, up by 3, possibly 4, depending on what they hit here.
Princess Gates in for Sarah Ludwig. She will backtrack it all the way towards the Cougar side of the court.
Get one more offensive-minded player in there.
Wade gives it up to Ellis. Floating 3, little too strong, hit high off the backboard. An exciting first quarter indeed inside Geisman Gymnasium. Well, there's a lot more to come from the Cougar Sports Network. Carter Gledhill and Peter Borkowski will be riding with you the rest of the way. 16-15 is the score after 1. We'll be back for second quarter action shortly. (16-15) your score after 1 quarter to play between the Spartans and the Cougars. The Spartans were able to limit some of the damage at the end of the first quarter, but the Cougars were able to pull out a 1-point advantage as time expired. Peter, it seemed like the Cougars were off and running towards that middle part of the quarter, around the 4-minute mark, where they were able to get on a little bit of a run, but then the timeout called by the Spartans. Julie Galaner took off. She shot 2 threes, both made, and then really it was a back-and-forth affair from there.
At one point, Cougars led 12-6. That was the biggest lead of the night so far. Spartans ended the game on a 9-4 run. They're still within 1, though.
Gates keeps Ellis's air ball in play. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Cougars. McGregor pulls up. No good. Strong rebound inside by Savannah Johnson, junior forward from Joliet, Illinois.
So rebounds, they're dead even at 11 apiece right now.
She got a little too excited inside and traveled. Jaylene Wade bringing it up for the Cougars again. Right now the Cougars just need to get some rhythm going. Space the ball out as well. Move the ball on the perimeter will help get it inside for McGregor and Ellis to go to work.
The Spartans are doing a really good job keeping that paint clear.
Forcing tough shots like that on Ellis. She is slow to get up, still on the ground, holding her right ankle. As Galaner goes the other way and gets fouled, she'll shoot some free throws. But a bigger concern right now is Michaela Ellis holding her right ankle. And the Cougars are already down Ava Gardner, their leading scorer coming into the game. And Michaela Ellis, another big scorer for the Cougars team, is coming to the sideline a little gimpy on that right ankle.
And something else to note, the Cougars, they have a little bit of a shorter bench tonight, so can't afford to lose anybody. Just got to hope Ellis is okay.
Galaner makes the first free throw. We mentioned one of the higher scorers in the conference, averaging 13.6 points a game on the season. Makes both free throws. It's interesting going down the stretch. I want to see what the relationship between Galaner and the CUC crowd is going to be, because it seemed like as the crowd got louder, Galaner started getting hotter too from downtown. Wonder if there's some kind of fire that she gets from a little bit of chit-chat from the crowd.
Might be one of the more entertaining battles to watch tonight. Not even between two players on the court.
Wade, 2 bounces in off the rim. And she's going to have to step up in this situation. Her and Bailey Steinkamp, I think, are going to be the 2 Cougars that right now need to make the biggest difference on the court. Jaylene Wade coming off a season-low 5 points against Marion. And Bailey Steinkamp, who hasn't played a lot of minutes this year, only averaging 18, where in her first last year as a sophomore averages 34. You're going to have to step up big here, as you mentioned, with a short bench.
Yeah, you're just kind of waiting for that one game when Steinkamp really takes off and finds her groove she had last year, and this would be a good one to find it.
Gates' 3 backs out into the hands of Sam Barrett. Barrett dribbling around, looking for some help. Gets it to Perry. She drives on Wade and Sela, but a foul is called. Referee signals a hold.
Something you noticed when Perry was driving to the basket is just how many hands were being thrown her way from CUC trying to strip the ball, and if you're not careful with that, you're going to lead to personal fouls.
Referee called the foul on Jaylene Wade. That is her second. Barrett gives it to Wolf. Off the mark. Johnson with an offensive board. Foul called on the ground. It'll go against Allison McGregor. McGregor picks up her first personal foul. Crystal Rios back in for the Spartans. And good news, Michaela Ellis looks to be all right as she checked back into the game. Offensive foul called. Victoria Perry guilty as charged.
This is one of those games you got to take advantage of every little mistake is made. been pretty much even fought battle so far, so any little opportunities you get, you got to take advantage of them.
Now good awareness there from Steinkamp, realizing she had the 5-1 Barrett on her. Just turned around, stepped back, and a nice jumper.
So Barrett adds a lot offensively, especially with her speed, but she's going to be a mismatch on a lot of defensive battles in favor of the Cougars.
Ellis able to get the rebound and had Perry over the back as well, and she gets a foul. She will go to the bench to cool off as she now picked up her third personal foul. Replacing her is Elliot Dujutrek. Spartans have been playing tough man-to-man defense this entire game. Wade inside, travels. She had 3 Spartans collapse on her at the block.
You know, credit to the Spartans' defense. We talked about how good their offense is coming into the game. Their defense is ranked 12th in the NAC, but they're putting up a really good fight on the number 3 ranked Cougars offense.
Barrett launches a 3. Rebound by Rios. Johnson power slams inside. Turnaround blocked by Sela. Offensive board from Rios doesn't go. And another foul by the Spartans. Rios knocks McGregor to the ground.
Spartans are committing a lot of fouls on the offensive side of the court, taking those possessions away from themselves.
Both teams with 3 fouls each. 6:29 remaining in the second quarter. It's been a little bit of a slower start. 1 basket apiece for each team. Wade inside. Steinkamp pump fake. Pulls up right at the free throw line. Doesn't hit anything. Rios picks it up, gives it up to Galaner. Knocks over Steinkamp. And a foul is called on Steinkamp as she is slow to get up.
Her feet weren't set quite quick enough.
Galaner looking like a linebacker. Coming over the middle.
That was a big hit Steinkamp just took.
I'd say more of a running back, I should say. She had the ball. Either way, big collision. Good thing to see both players get up all right. Galaner almost loses her footing. Shot is blocked by Steinkamp. Last touch out of bounds by Dujutrek. Cougars get the ball.
You can really tell how much of a battle each possession is. You know, every point scored or every defensive stop feels like a huge win for each team, and when it's a 1-point game, it usually is.
Maddie McGrath back in for the Cougars. I'll tell you what, the Cougars have definitely slowed it down offensively. Ellis, though, picks it back up. Another contested shot in the paint. Ellis now has 8 points.
See if the Cougars maybe work around the perimeter a bit more. They were 50% from beyond the arc in the first half. They've only taken 1 so far.
Hard foul inside. Crystal Rios knocked over Maddie McGrath. I will tell you what, both teams are fighting inside for every rebound. The Spartans are out rebounding the Cougars 19-14. As McGrath will go to shoot some free throws.
Makes sense, too, when you look at the season stats. Cougars are 3rd ranked in rebounds per game. Spartans are 2nd. So big battle amongst the boards was to be expected between these 2 squads.
Carly Fish back in to replace Rios, who has 3 fouls now. No free throws to come, referees, for 1 foul off. So now the Spartans have 2 players that already have 3 fouls, Perry and Rios. That was a shot out of bounds. Now the referee signals it was last touched by Lauren Sela.
Looks like it hit Sela after McGrath tried to throw it back in off the Spartans player.
Heads up play by McGrath.
Just took a weird bounce off the Spartan.
Galaner to the corner for Barrett. Hits front iron. The Dujutrek puts it back in. Cougars only up by 1 now.
That was the Spartans' first field goal of the second quarter. Their other 2 points came from free throws, so Good job from the Cougars defense, keeping them off the board.
McGrath from Curry range. Fishback bringing it up. Barrett gives it to Galaner. Loose ball up. Galaner still is able to get a shot up, but a travel is called. Subs for both teams. Sydney Lloyd in for Lauren Sala. For the Spartans, Gabby Moore. As well as first time entering the game, April Tucson. Lloyd feeds it over the top for McGregor, and a foul is called on Tucson.
We've seen it all day and resulting in a foul there, but Spartans are doing a really good job shutting down McGregor in the post. She's only got 2 points today, 2 field goal attempts as well. They're just not giving her anything near the basket.
Allison McGregor shooting 50% from the charity stripe on the season, able to hit the first. Slow start for her with only 3 points. Foul is called on Michaela Ellis. She went over the top. Now the Spartans will shoot free throws. Ellis' first personal foul. Gabby Moore to the line. 69% free throw shooter on the season. Misses the first. And both teams struggling from the field right now. CUC 1 of 4 in the last 4. Aurora 1 of 10 in their last 10 shot attempts.
Another thing to note, Aurora from the free throw line, 66%. It's below their usual mark of 72, so Cougars keep committing these personal fouls, but they're not really paying for them that much.
As it looked like Fishback slipped in the paint. McGregor able to have an easy layup. Extends the Cougar lead to 3.
Those are the looks they need to get McGregor. And if she gets cutting towards and away from the basket a bit more, they can find them.
Dutrek's shot missed. She able to get the ball that squirted right back out to her at the block. She has 8 points in the game. Lloyd, strong take inside. Offensive foul called. Charge was taken by Carly Fishback. In for the Spartans, Ellie Wolf replaces Carly Fishback. And the Cougars, after going 2 of 4 in the opening quarter, 0 for 2 from deep, 3 of 11 from the field. Still have 3 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the half.
They usually attempt 22 a game, and that number is way down right now. I wonder if they've ever opened the perimeter back up.
Julie Galaner now in double digits with 11 points. First player in the game to reach the double-digit mark. Good movement on the perimeter from the Cougars.
So you got to get some screens or something set, find those open looks.
Ellis almost thought about popping a 3. Sydney Lloyd, she takes it inside. Leaves it short. Tucson with the rebound.
I like the Cougars trying to work it from beyond the arc, but everyone is just kind of staying around waiting for the pass. That's about as easy to defend as it comes.
Ellis with authority on that last rebound. Almost pulled up. Wade backs it out. And this Cougars offense has been slow this entire quarter. Takes a big play and will get restarted in a second. McGregor to Wade. 6 seconds on the shot clock. McGrath a long 3. Hits front iron. Another rebound by Tucson.
Well, the Cougars, they are looking from beyond the perimeter a bit more, but not really getting good looks.
Travel called on Dujutrek. McGrath out, Steinkamp in. And really what this comes down to, Peter, and it's shaping up to be as we have under 2 minutes left in the first half, is what I see is it's going to be a game of runs. Who can get on a big run and keep riding it?
Well, that's the thing. Besides the 2 runs we saw in the first quarter when the Cougars took the big lead and then the Spartans fought back into it, they've been pretty even. You kind of wait for one of them to find a groove, but neither of them are really doing that right now.
Gates, pump fake off the missed shot from Wade. And Princess Gates has her first bucket of the game. A burst of energy off the bench and very productive, 7 points per game for the freshman who averages 18 minutes a game.
It's a really nice pump fake from Gates to get that open space she needed.
Good vision from Galaner to find Wolf. As Moore was able to hit that thing above the magic white square on the backboard. Ellis will try to go inside again. Great vision to find McGregor all alone on the left block, but the pass was too hot to handle. Wolf gives it up to Tucson. Galaner, another 3, hits back iron. Tucson with the rebound. Galaner, pump fake. 2 steps inside. Travel is called. That is the 10th Spartan turnover of the game. 48.2 seconds remaining.
Cougars are really benefiting from those turnovers. It's a big reason they're able to handle this volatile Aurora offense right now, as Aurora just keeps giving the ball up themselves.
First time the Spartans have had the lead. Double dribble called by Ellis. .3 seconds on the game clock. Sarah Ludwig in again in the later parts of the quarter. She'll come in for Bailey Steinkamp and be matched up against Gabby Moore as of now. Coach Ryan Robson telling Julie Galaner to slow it down. Let's waste some clock.
So they can wait for just about the last shot of the quarter. Only about a second separating the 2 clocks.
Going to be coming down to lockdown defense here from Michaela Ellis. Moore has a screen on the right side. Just enough space for Galaner to get a 3. Misses the mark. Wade has a chance to chuck it up. Ludwig was trying to go for the full layup. Didn't get it off in time for the buzzer. After being down 1 at the end of the first quarter, the Spartans have come back in the second and go into the locker room with a 1-point advantage, up 26-25 over the Cougars. Peter, very different story between the first and second quarter. What is something the Cougars can do in the second quarter in order to get back ahead and we go into the second half?
Well, I think field goal percentage, it's got to go up for both teams. Obviously, you hope it goes up for the Cougars, but Cougars shooting 26.7%, Aurora 23.5%. So those shooters on both teams just kind of went cold. And, again, credit to these 2 defenses. They're playing some really good ball right now.
And we talked about the Cougars' lockdown 3-point defense. Besides Julie Galaner's 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, the Spartans, other players have not hit one. They're only 2 of 9 in the game, 0 of 7 if you're not Julie Galaner shooting the 3. So that is one bright spot if you're the Cougars to go into the locker room and talk about. But the one thing, as we mentioned, Julie Galaner has developed a little bit more of an inside game as well, driving in. But she's really good at stopping and just doing a little pullback and pulling one up.
It's a huge advantage of taking away the 3-pointer is you don't really have to worry about that outside too much. But, again, when you got Galaner kind of adapting and moving towards the net a little bit more, well, that's when the defense has to pick up. And, again, to their credit, they both have very well in that first half.
26-25 is your score heading into halftime between the visiting Aurora University Spartans and your Concordia University Chicago Cougars. Stay tuned for second half basketball here on the Cougars Sports Network. As both teams return to the court, halftime is winding down. The Aurora Spartans are up 26-25 over the Concordia University of Chicago Cougars. And as you can see on your screen, both teams are struggling offensively, as there's only 51 points put up in that first half. Cougars shooting 32% from the field, Spartans shooting 27%. And really, the only long ball game that we've seen from a single player has been Julie Galaner on the Spartans side. And the Cougars need to find a way to answer.
Yeah, I think both teams they're having trouble finding a rhythm. No one's really gone on a huge run. Each team went on one in the first quarter, but those two kind of equaled each other out. And since then, both are really struggling to find any kind of flow on the offense. Neither of them are getting anything going.
And I think another difference maker in this game has been the rebounds. The Spartans with 27, the Cougars with 17. Cougars with not as many offensive boards as we've seen in past games with only 4. And I think that's part of the reason that we've seen that is the Spartans have been playing really good man-to-man defense, getting bodies on players that are crashing to the boards, really limiting Allison McGregor from what she's been doing really well all season. Despite the 7 rebounds, they've held the Cougars outside of her to 10.
No, I say taking McGregor out of the equation, I mean, that's going to be a huge plus for your defense, taking that big body out of the post. I think the Cougars' remedy for that is they got Lauren Sala out there, too. She's 6 foot. She's definitely got some size to her and a good rebounding game. Getting her and McGregor kind of doing a 2-man game together could really open up that lower post.
And it's kind of weird to be like, oh, someone with only 7 rebounds is not really a factor right now in this game. But McGregor's also not getting those second chance points that she does really well off of offensive boards, and she's not getting those opportunities as she only has 5 points. Leading scorer for the Cougars is Michaela Ellis with 8 points. She departed the second quarter for a little bit with an ankle injury. Didn't look like it's affected her at all after she returned in that middle part. But she's going to be a big part of this Cougars offense going forward. And I'll keep preaching it. Jaylene Wade as well.
Someone needs to step up big for the Cougars, kind of take charge and give them the jump that they've really been needing since that first quarter when the energy was very high here and the Cougars were cooking. But, again, someone's got to take charge, whether it be Wade, Ellis, McGregor, and just get the Cougars some momentum.
It was a big conference game for both teams. Cougars are 4th in the NAC with a 5-2 conference record and a 6-6 overall record. Aurora is 7th with a 3-3 record, along with 3 other teams joining them. That is, 2 other teams, Edgewood and MSOE. And Aurora with a 5-7 record on the season. These Spartans will have the ball to start the second half, I should say. Sam Barrett will bring it up on the first possession of the half for the Spartans. Gives it inside to Savannah Johnson, who had herself a pretty efficient half. 2 points and 2 rebounds, but she did make a difference on the defensive side down low. The 5'1" Barrett able to get a rebound, give it up to her teammate Crystal Rios. Rios now with 4 points.
Rios is someone you got to watch out for. She's 6th in the conference in points per game with 14.1, leading scorer, and she's only got 4 points tonight. Just got to hope she doesn't find her groove.
Sala got the offensive board from Wade's 3-point attempt, and a foul is called. Savannah Johnson with the foul. That is her first. Again, Wade already starting to take a 3-pointer. Ellis gets the ball after she inbounded. Awkward shot, good angle though. She is able to knock it down.
Seems to be Ellis' specialty, working towards the middle of the court, getting those jumpers.
Sala able to block Johnson's shot. Spartans with a second chance opportunity. Rios cashes in.
A nice ball movement by the Spartans. Ellis was there. She just kind of needed to finish the closeout. She stopped before she got there.
Ellis tried to take it again. Rios gets the rebound, gives it up to Perry. She'll pull it out. Looks inside for Johnson. She does take it. Rattles out, though. She gets it on the block. She's very strong. Takes 2 dribbles, and she can get up to the backboard really quickly. McGregor wasn't able to keep the ball in bounds. The Spartans will get it. Spartans out to their largest lead of the game of 4 points. Johnson at the top, over for Dujutrek. Swirls in and out.
And you know how dangerous this Aurora offense is, first in the conference once again. Just can't let them find any kind of momentum.
Good look from Ellis. Wasn't able to fall. As the Dujutrek wasn't able to keep it in bounds. Her foot was on the line. So Cougars will have 20 seconds on the shot clock. Take it out on the left side of the baseline under the basket.
Each possession is going to become more and more valuable as time goes on. So it's going to be whoever commits the less turnovers might come away with the win.
Off-ball foul called on Victoria Perry. That is Perry's 4th foul. And she is going to have to come to the bench. She is replaced by Ellie Wolf. Perry does not have any points to her name, only 4 rebounds and 1 assist. His inbound pass is given out to Wade. Steinkamp a 3, short. The Dujutrek might have had a finger on that ball. Rios, strong take inside. Hits off the side of the backboard in the rim. Does it again. Wade with the rebound going the other way.
Both teams, both defense have just been in each other's face all game. No easy looks, so Wade makes it look easy.
Fade away from Wade. 3 from Rios, off the mark. Rebound by the Dujutrek. Blocked by Sela. A 3 from Wolf. Rattles in and out. Another offensive board by Rios. Foul is called against Michaela Ellis. That'll be her 2nd. Gabby Moore replaces Savannah Johnson. Princess Gates will replace Lauren Sela. So both big players for the teams will go to the bench. So smaller lineups out there now.
This could be McGregor's chance to really do something. Tough player out there right now.
Air ball 3 from Wolf. Barrett tried to keep it in bounds, but ran into some of the stunt members. .6:57 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 9 points combined between the two teams. Wade looking for some wiggle room. Finds it at the elbow. 2 bounces off the rim and backboard. Rios another rebound. Rios now with 11 rebounds. Jump ball called. Possession will go to the Cougars. Some of the Cougar faithful do not like that call.
Looked like a pretty clean steal on Steinkamp's part, but Cougars at least get the ball in the end as they would have.
Wade will start the offense on the left wing. She has 7 points, 4 rebounds and an assist. Steinkamp trying to get it inside. There's a mismatch. Steinkamp takes a long 2. Cougars had a chance to capitalize on a mismatch in the post. Michaela Ellis, 5'9", was matched against Sam Barrett, 5'1". Steinkamp not able to see that. And now Julie Galaner returns.
Take Barrett off. I was just going to mention if they could work Barrett inside on defense, exploit that mismatch, but it's almost if Aurora's coach knew what I was going to say and takes her off the court.
Ellis trying to throw one right in between the arms of Moore. The turnover, and she is still limping, holding that right foot now. She is slowly going to the ground. There's a basket by Rios. Stoppage of play finally. Michaela Ellis was battling an ankle injury. As we saw, she left earlier in the second quarter. Came back, looked to be fine, but I think on that last drive might have landed awkwardly on it.
Say one of those just kind of lingering injuries. She looked like she's playing through it pretty well too, but looks like she just landed on it weird and re-aggravated it. You just got to hope she's okay and can come back sooner than later.
Ellis is leading Cougar scorers with 10 points. She is helped by the training staff off to the side. And we'll head to the locker room. Sarah Ludwig will enter the game. As we mentioned, this has been a packed house here for a Tuesday night basketball game.
Well, having the what looks like to be most of the CUC football team will help with that.
We got some volleyball players in here from the men's team, some of the men's basketball players as well. The CUC Aurora rivalry is highly anticipated, probably second to the Dominican rivalry.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to beat that down the street rivalry, but it is pretty close.
Spartans have dropped into a zone. Steinkamp hits nothing on her jump shot. Steinkamp struggling to find her stroke. 2 of 6 from the field with 5 points.
Cougars 2 for 9 in the third right now. You got to get that field goal percentage back up. We talked about it pregame as well.
Elliot Dutrek, another basket inside. And we talked about it when the Cougars shoot at or under 35% from the field. They're 0-5 on the season. Currently in the game, they are sitting at 30%. Aurora is not shooting as well as they are at 28% from the field. Travel call on Allison McGregor. But right now, the defense is stepping up for both teams. As Coach Lauren Martin wants to call a timeout. And she finally gets it. 30-second timeout called. 4:47 remaining in the third quarter. Aurora out to their largest lead of the game, a 6-point advantage.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
After the Cougar timeout, the Spartans will take the ball out under their basket. Cougars look to be lining up in a full court press, as they do. Bringing it up uncontested to Dutrek, who's been having a pretty good game. 10 points, 5 rebounds. Fadeaway shot from Rios, not able to fall. Foul called on Sarah Ludwig. Cougars with 2 fouls in the quarter. Spartans with 2 as well. As Rios' first free throw attempt is good.
Both teams doing well, not giving out some personal fouls. Aurora's at 10 on the game, Cougars at 12, so good job keeping each other off the charity stripe.
Last 4 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Cougars are going to need to start scoring a little bit if they want a chance here in the fourth. Ludwig off balance and one. Ludwig off of 1 foot, able to get it off the backboard. After the referees talked, They're going to say no basket. Foul was on the ground. Foul was committed by Victoria Perry.
So you can see him kind of hesitating to call it, but
Julie Galaner with the foul. Well, one referee held up Victoria Perry's number. The other one held up Julie Galaner. Confused me for a little bit. McGrath, say a long pass to inside for McGregor.
That might be the key to get the Cougars back in this one. McGregor can find that scoring touch to really turn the game around.
Tough shot from Rios as she gets fouled again. She's starting to find, man, if she keeps attacking inside, she'll either get rewarded with free throws or she'll be able to bank it in.
I mentioned a little earlier, Cougars doing a good job keeping Rios off the board, one of the leading scorers in the NAC, also first in the conference in field goal percentage. So she's struggling to get points from the field, but just making up for it with some free throws lately.
Shooter's touch, able to get 1 of 2 to fall. Off screen right now, you see Michaela Ellis still working with some of the athletic trainers, testing out that right ankle, see if she can come back and play in the later part of the fourth quarter. It'd be a big, big return for the Cougars if they can get her back. Gates, nice pump fake on the perimeter. That's a smart move by a young player.
Well, we saw McGregor a bit towards the top of the key that pulled some Spartans out of the post, open that lane for Gates.
Both teams starting to go at the paint a little bit more. Cougars only down by 5. McGrath trying to take it all the way. She's fouled, falls into the lap of McGregor. I don't know how it keeps happening. I guess she's just a ball magnet.
Oh, again, when you're one of the tallest players on the court, it's usually how it shakes out. You just got to have your players to get you the ball in there, or at least get it somewhere in the vicinity, because McGregor seems to be pull anything in.
Nice move inside from Julie Galaner. She increases her point total to 13. Ludwig loses it, catches a break after DeDutrac hits it out of bounds. Into the game for the Spartans, Carly Fishback and Amaya Robinson, the freshman from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Wade gets it all the way back at the CUC lettering.
The Cougars are just kind of standing still right now.
Wade a 3, back iron. Strong rebound from Fishback, had to fight off McGrath and Ellis. Nice pump fake and put up by Gabby Moore.
It's a nice quarterback throw from Galaner. Get it all the way down to the other side of the court.
Moore with 5 points. Spartans back out to 7. Good vision by Wade to find Ludwig, who falls hard to the ground. It's picked up by her teammates. Foul goes against Carly Fishback. Bailey Steinkamp in for Maddie McGrath. Jayla Mays back in for the Spartans, replaces Crystal Rios. Ludwig, a 63% free throw shooter in a career at CUC. Has appeared in now 10 games on the season. Comes up empty-handed. Catch a break with Ellis on the offensive board. Steinkamp restarts the offense at the top. Wade, pull-up shot. Still can't get the fall. McGregor with almost another offensive glass. Gets it knocked out of her hands by Fishback.
I like the move by McGregor. Cut towards the basket after the shot, grabbed the rebound. Was eventually knocked out of bounds, so they'll get the ball still, but she just hasn't been in the post that much positionally.
Sydney Lloyd into the game for Princess Gates. So a little bit of height back out there for the Cougars with the 5'11 Sydney Lloyd and 5'11 Allison McGregor. Lloyd, quick shot. A little too strong. Rebound by Moore. Galaner brings it up on the near side. Avoids some contact from Steinkamp. Pulls up from 3. Steps in and hits left. Offensive putback from Carly Fishback. That is her first bucket of the game. In addition to 3 rebounds in the box score. Ludwig trying to drive. Wade back at the top. Everything's really congested right at the top of the key for both teams. Ludwig gets fouled on her way up. She will get an attempt at 2 free throws. And this was kind of a struggle in some of the games for the Cougars is free throw shooting. They're shooting 63% on the season as a team that is 8th in the conference. And it's games like these that you really have to rely on the free throw to get back into the game if you were the Cougars down by 9.
You know, credit to the Spartans are playing a pretty clean basketball game. Only 13 personal fouls so far. So that was the Cougars' 8th free throw.
Coming into the game, Sarah Ludwig is 6 of 11 on the season from the charity stripe. She is 0 for 4 in the game. As Jayla Mays dribbles it around. Taking it inside, sidestep was Amaya Robinson, but Ludwig able to make up for the missed free throws by drawing an offensive foul. Checking in for the first time in this game is junior Chloe Schaafsma from Lockport, Illinois, making her 8th appearance for the Cougars. 40 seconds remaining in the third. Cougars down by 9. Largest lead for Aurora in the game. Wade, nice take inside, tried to float it in. She will head to the free throw line.
See if putting Schaafsma in the game can get something started for the Cougars. You know, first time entering the game kind of adds a new element. Maybe could provide a spark the Cougars have needed this quarter.
Cougars are now 0 of 5 from the free throw line. 3 of 9 in the game. And the free throw woes end for the Cougars as Wade is able to go 1 of 2. 2 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Playmaker Julie Galaner has it at center court. She has 13 points, a game high. She's looking at the shot clock and she has Allison McGregor on her. Goes right off the screen from Robinson. Takes it hard inside. Impressive and 1. Flexing the muscles as she will try to go for the 3-point play. And she has really stepped up for the Spartans after the Cougars were slow to close out on her on the perimeter and then realized that she can start beating them off ball or maybe with the screen. Doing exactly that has been causing havoc for the Cougars inside.
You know, pregame we were a little surprised she wasn't in the starting lineup for the Spartans, but it's kind of been exactly what they needed off the bench. She's playing some really good basketball right now.
Emily Balaban in for Chloe Schaafsma. A good thing to see if you're a Cougars fan. Number 4 in white. Back in for CUC, Michaela Ellis. 5 seconds. Ellis is dribbling up.
Say Balaban's in the corner. That's what they're looking for.
Ellis will throw it up herself right before the buzzer.
Oh, that'll work too.
A sweet finish to the end of the third quarter if you're a Cougar fan. Cougars still trail by 9. And Peter, we kind of saw it at the end. Maybe some fatigue setting in for the Cougars right now as they are 0 of 4 from behind the arc. They have not hit a three-pointer since the first quarter. And they went. Lloyd in the paint trying to guard Johnson. And a rebound by Perry out to Galaner. Carry inside from Galaner. She's not happy with it.
This is the Cougars' chance right now. They can pull back within 10 on this possession.
Empty possessions are going to be the key right here.
Get a little bit of a swing going their way.
Keeping the swing. Looks like the Spartans have dropped in a little soft. McGregor was open on the block. Steinkamp didn't see her inside. Second time now we've seen Steinkamp miss. Wade, nice 1-2, lay it in. Underhand finish. And the Cougars need to play good defense.
You can tell they have some momentum going their way, especially offensively. They just got to get a stop here.
Foul called on Sydney Lloyd. The look on Coach Martin's face says it all. If you're a Cougar fan, does not like it.
Say another block, or at least what we thought was a block, called for a foul. Again, Cougars got to be careful in that category. You don't want to send your opponent to the free throw line when you're so close in striking distance, or to get back into the game.
First free throw from Perry is a miss. The Dutrack back into the game for the Spartans. Both free throws missed by Perry. Maybe the crowd had a little bit of effect on it. Steinkamp, right side, slowing it down, pulls it out, almost loses it out of bounds. She needs some help. Coach Martin calls a timeout. Waiting for it, and she does call. It's a 30-second timeout. 7:04 remaining in the game. Spartans up 52-42 over the Cougars as they try to mount a comeback at home on a Tuesday night conference game.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Carter Gledhill joined by Peter Borkowski with you on the Cougar Sports Network as we reach the later goings of this game. Cougars were able to have a 1-point advantage at the end of the first quarter. Spartans were able to go into halftime with a 1-point advantage, and they built on their lead. They scored 21 points in the third quarter. And as we go into the fourth, they are up 10 points. CUC trying to avoid back-to-back conference losses after they lost to Marion 67-62 on Saturday. Steinkamp before the buzzer. Yes! A long two from Steinkamp, but it counts. Cougars back within 8. You mentioned it, Peter. They need to keep it going. And a big basket there from Bailey Steinkamp.
So they got everything going for them right now. Their offense is clicking finally. Their defense is playing tough.
Late foul called. Savannah Johnson will go to the free throw line. Referee is signaling contact to the head on the follow-through of the block attempt. Sydney Lloyd picks up her third personal foul. Free throw is missed by Johnson. So now the referee is talking to the scorer's table. I don't know what that was about, but Johnson hits the second free throw. Jaylene Wade guarded by the Dutrack. Lloyd at the top, pump fake. She can pull up from 3. Steinkamp trying to spin around. Lloyd wasn't in shooting position. Steinkamp, nice move inside, sidestep, throws it up. Good take inside by Steinkamp. Was able to get Johnson off her feet a little bit, off balance, and was able to go 1-2 inside. Now the Cougars have one of their better free throw shooters on the team. Bailey Steinkamp shooting 80% on the season.
Another key. Cougars are getting their feet moving. Kind of throwing the Aurora defense off balance. They did a lot of standing around earlier in the game, and again, that's very easy to defend, as it should be. So getting your feet moving, getting the ball moving back and forth quick, create some openings that they've been finally taking advantage of.
Steinkamp hits both free throws. She has 9 points in the game. Chloe Shafsma will replace Sydney Lloyd. There might be a little bit of a mismatch inside now between Johnson and Schaafsma. Schaafsma's going to have to play some tough defense as she's fronting Johnson right now. Perry was looking Johnson's way, gives it outside to Rios. She loses it. Perry has it in the corner.
Yeah, look how in-your-face Cougars defense is.
Foul called as Elliot DeDutrek went in and lowered the shoulder. Bailey Steinkamp, though, in the way of her layup attempt. That is Steinkamp's third personal foul. Another missed free throw for the Spartans.
And DeDutrek, she's ranked first in the NAC in free throw percentage, 88.8. So Cougars getting some lucky bounces their way from the charity stripe.
8-point ball game, 5:33 remaining. Ellis, right side. Not the right angle, though. Rebound by Perry.
Getting some looks to the basket finally. Got to start hitting on them, though. Time's going to start playing a factor not too soon.
Offensive foul called. It'll go against Savannah Johnson. And we've mentioned Galaner as well as Rios in this game. And DeDutrek all have double digits. But one player for the Spartans that is usually in double digits is Perry. Victoria Perry averages 12 points a game, and in this game she has 0.
Well, she's also in foul trouble with 4. So taking her out of the equation might be a big reason the Cougars defense is playing so well right now.
Cougars trying to run a little bit of offense, set something up. Gates on the right wing. Gives it inside to McGregor. Baby hook is almost blocked. And Savannah Johnson not happy with it. So a foul called on Savannah Johnson.
Looks like she said something to the ref after the play. You see some of the fans here calling for a technical.
You can also see Ryan Rebsum pleading his case to the official over on his side by the bench.
Well, going back to the call on the attempted block, we've seen that call go against the Cougars a lot recently, so it's about time one finally falls on Aurora.
I will say this officiating crew has been very consistent, though, on takes inside and contact with the shooter, both pre-shot and after shot.
Yeah.
McGregor able to put a little bit of a softer touch on the second one. 7-point game. Cougar faithful starting to get loud. Geisman is rocking. Galaner to the baseline, denied by Schaafsma, throws it right into the hands of Steinkamp. Gates chases it down left side. 5-point ball game. CUC potentially coming back into this one.
It's been CUC's recipe all year is points off of turnovers, and you saw one there, gets them right back into it, but might be a momentum killer here.
Foul called on Jaylene Wade. That is her third personal foul. Cougars are on an 11-2 run over the last 4 minutes and 11 seconds.
So 4 for 5 from the field, which massive improvement over what they have been shooting. It's got to get some clean defensive stops now. Stop giving up some free throws.
Now the referee is stopping the game again. Going over to one of the officials on the CUC end as play resumes. Rios made the first free throw, brings her point total to 13. Makes it 14. Wade, left side. Gives it to McGregor. Wade will drive left. Stops on the block, almost goes for a travel. Schaafsma at the top. She'll take it strong in, lay it up. Good take by Schaafsma, recognizing that nobody was home in the middle. She will go to the free throw line now. And it seems, Peter, the Cougars are starting to pick up on the fact that the refs are calling a little bit more inside on contact, and they have been going to the free throw line more in the second half than they did the first.
Right, I think we've definitely seen them cut towards the basket more just as the game has gone on, and especially this fourth quarter, they're very hard cuts, and they're just kind of going up for shots in the hopes of drawing something, and it's working out as they've clawed back into this one, but still got a little work to do.
Still a 7-point ball game. Now we wait for the call. Schaafsma's on the ground. Johnson was also there too. Foul is called on Chloe Schaafsma. Free throws to come for the Spartans.
As much as the Cougars are getting some helps from the free throws, they keep giving up some defensive fouls every time they seem to get something going. It kind of kills off any momentum. They're going to need to start playing some clean defense.
Johnson had a little bit of a struggle from the free throw line in this game. Now 1 of 3. Make it 1 of 4. Another offensive board for the Spartans. Timeout called by Ryan Rebsum. Full timeout. We will step away. Things are heating up in Geisman. Aurora still out in front over the Cougars, 56-49. 3:33 remaining in the fourth.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The trees' roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
As the first horn sounds after the full timeout taken by Aurora. Take a look inside of the box score. CUC has improved offensively in the fourth quarter, shooting 57% from the field. Aurora still flirting around their average, which they've been at the entire game, of 32% from the field. Neither team has shot the long ball exceptionally well. Aurora has a little bit of an edge at 20% to CUC's 17%. We've already seen it. Both teams are in the bonus for the rest of the game. It's going to come down to free throws and also some big plays.
So whoever could play the cleanest game. Both teams are getting into some foul trouble right now.
Moore to the ground. Nothing called. Rebound by Rios. Kicks out to the top. Perry for 3. Banks. And a hard foul to the ground. Crystal Rios is not moving. She is now. She's shaking it off. Hard contact for the senior guard from Moline, Illinois. Allison McGregor picks up her 4th foul, so she has to be careful the remainder of the game. Maddie McGrath in for Chloe Schaafsma. First free throw is a no-go from Rios. The leading scorer for the Spartans at her season average of 14 points a game. Now makes it 15.
6 6 of her 15 points have come from the line, so she's making up for some ground she's been missing from the field.
Steinkamp turning around, fadeaway. Probably not the best shot in that situation. Had one defender on her and really not much chance for an offensive putback.
Well, that, and she was spinning around. I think she kind of got caught up in the mentality that she just had to finish the play herself, but it'd be nice if she pulled that one out and looked for another pass option.
Steinkamp with 9 points in the game. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Galaner trying to go all the way in. Throws one up. Wade with the rebound.
She's got that clean stop they've been needing without a foul. Got to turn it into points now.
Crunch time here for the Cougars. We reach the final 2 minutes of the game. Nice pass from Wade to McGregor on the block. That is why she is second in the conference with 4 assists per game and leads the team, is because of that vision.
I mean, we've seen McGregor open a lot today. It's just the Cougars have kind of lacked the vision to find her down in the post. Credit to Wade. A great job with that baseline drive, dishing it across to McGregor.
The Dutrek was able to beat Steinkamp off the dribble, not get the board. Ellis was able to grab it. Cougars down by 6, a minute 36 remaining in the game. Ellis trying to go one-on-one with Perry. Airballs it, left it short.
Almost feels like some players are looking for the foul now.
Wade stepped in the way of Perry. Wade picks up her 4th foul. Now you're getting to the point, if you're the Cougars, where you have to start deciding on when to foul, if you are going to foul. Down by 6. I think a big part of that is going to play on these next 2 free throws from Perry. Misses the first. The Spartans are 8 of 17 in the quarter from the free throw line, 47%. Able to get 1.
The Cougars going to need some 3 balls to start falling their way as well. They've only taken 12 today. 2 of them have gone. They're going to need a little help here to make up this gap with just about 1:10 left.
Wade able to get a nice move. Same play inside from McGrath. Gets her offensive board. Doesn't get the second chance. Perry with it. McGrath goes to foul. And right now the Cougars definitely have some 3-point shooters on the court. Maddie McGrath shooting 39% from deep, leads the team in that category. But you also have Jaylene Wade, who shoots 34% from behind the arc. And Bailey Steinkamp, too, can pop it as well. She is a career 30% three-point shooter, only shooting 20% on the season, though, as the first free throw for Perry is good.
So this next free throw, whether it falls or not, will be huge.
Both free throws good from Perry. Missouri Wiggum will replace Allison McGregor. Her first appearance in the game.
Say Wiggum, low sample size. She is shooting 67% from 3. Again, it is a very limited sample size, but another 3-point shooter out there for the Cougars.
Wade let that thing roll all the way to her side of the court. Again, trying to keep it inside. The same play has been run 3 times by the Cougar. McGrath steals it. Wasn't able to get the transition layup, and now a foul is called. Wiggum reaches in on Moore, but the Cougars almost caught a break. No foul on the clean steal from Maddie McGrath. So more free throws for the Spartans with 48.6 seconds remaining.
McGrath got, she almost looked a little surprised that she got away with that steal. Kind of got a little over anxious when shooting that open layup.
Moore, a freshman from Waterloo, Iowa, Waterloo West High School, averaging 5 points a game for the Spartans. She's exceeded that with 7 points. Wade letting it roll again, trying to conserve every second of the clock. Down by 11.
We're going to need to start launching some trays now. Got to make up that differential.
McGrath tries it. No good. Ellis, offensive board, puts it down once, throws it up, and gets fouled in the process. Gabby Moore hit Ellis on the arm. Princess Gates in for Missouri Wiggum. Michaela Ellis in the game. Team high 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. She has played 28 minutes of the game. And I want to say an impressive stat here. Allison McGregor, as well as Jaylene Wade, have played an really astonishing amount of minutes here for Coach Martin. 39 minutes each, really heavily relying on those 2 players in this game.
So well above each of their season average marks. Wade at 33.6, McGregor 27.
So Perry is dribbling it out, trying to avoid as many white jerseys as she can. Galaner now at the letters. Ludwig trying to apply some pressure. Steinkamp coming over for help, and a foul is called. That'll go against Sarah Ludwig on the block. That is Ludwig's second personal foul.
Almost looks like the Cougars were waiting as long as they could to see if they could get a clean turnover off of that, but at some point you got to initiate on the foul. Might have killed a little bit too much time off there.
Galaner hits the first free throw. In our last game against Rockford had 10 points, but in the prior 2 games against North Central and Benedictine, he had 20 and 27 points. A big player for Aurora coming down the stretch. Wade's late jumper is good. Timeout called by Coach Martin. Down by 8, 13.4 seconds remaining. Full timeout. 63-55 is your score. Winding down here in Geisman Gymnasium, and we'll close it out in a little bit.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. When you don't know where to turn, let 211 be your guiding light.
211, how can I help you?
Our guides are ready to connect you with the help you need. For help with food, healthcare, mental health, and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org. 211. Get connected, get help.
.5 seconds now on the clock. 63-55 is the score inside of Geisman. Aurora is up. They take the ball out. Victoria Perry able to give it in to Rios. Perry loses it. Gates has it. Almost is able to get inside, but a travel. Gates got a little too excited. Another turnover for the Cougars. Lauren Sala in jumping jack style defense. As dribbling on the far side is Rios as she gets fouled. It'll go against Jaylene Wade, and that'll put an end to Wade's night. Jaylene Wade's 5th personal foul. She will leave the game with 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. It was signaled to be called on Jaylene Wade, so unless I'm mistaken, it has to come out. Now Nazari Wiggum is coming back to the court. Wade will come off. So Wade fouls out. 5.5 seconds remaining. Point of emphasis, maybe if you're the Spartans going to be in the next couple days of practice, will be free throw shooting. Is there 62% on the game, 15-26 in the fourth quarter. Steinkamp's final shot is no good and blocked. Perry dribbles it out, and the Spartans come into River Forest and Geisman Gymnasium and win their first matchup against the Cougars, 64-55. Peter, it wasn't the cleanest game for either team, but if you're a team like Aurora, who has been able to have an exceptional offense, best in the conference, might not have been the best defense, but their defense showed out tonight, and it really shows in the box score when you look at the Cougars only shooting 34% from the field, and the number one shooting three-point team only shot 14% from behind the arc, did not hit a three-pointer since the first quarter, and I think that says a lot when you look back at the game.
Well, it was a very aggressive defense from the Spartans as well. The Cougars only got 14 threes off. That's below their usual mark of 22 attempts per game. So, I mean, credit to the Spartans. They came in very hungry for a conference win. They're kind of middle of the pack right now. And a win here would be big for their standings, and they were able to come in, pick it up, and see where they go from here.
The next game for the Cougars will be against number one team in the conference, WLC, with a 7-0 conference record and a perfect 11-0 overall record. That'll be on the 22nd on the road at 2 p.m. The Spartans, after picking up the win today, are now on a two-game winning streak and will head up to Mequon, Wisconsin on Saturday at 2 p.m. to take on Concordia University, Wisconsin. For the entire Cougar production crew of Ryan McGee, Raphael, Julia Beers, Chandler Kerr-White, McLaughlin, Kayla McLeod, Justin Pajorseth, and CJ Sellner. For my partner, Peter Borkowski, I'm Carter Gledhill signing off, and we will see you tomorrow night for men's basketball.